Captain America has a new face, a new world to protect, and a hidden enemy lurking in the shadows. But when betrayal hits close and the world's on the brink of chaos, can Sam Wilson, our new Captain America, rise to the challenge? Dive into an explosive story of loyalty, sacrifice, and a mission to save millions. This is not just a fight for the shield, it's a battle for the soul of a fractured world. Stay with us to uncover the dark secrets behind Captain America, Brave New World. In the wake of the blip, the return of half the world's population after being erased by Thanos, a fragile world struggles to rebuild. Society, government, and the public have all changed irrevocably, with newfound anxieties and anger simmering beneath the surface. It's in this tension-filled environment that Sam Wilson, the new Captain America, steps forward, carrying the shield passed on to him by Steve Rogers. However, the title of Captain America brings its own weight, and Sam finds himself under immense scrutiny. Many doubt his capability, while others challenge his worthiness of the mantle, questioning if anyone other than Steve Rogers should carry the shield. The public perception of superheroes has also grown complicated. People are divided on how they feel about heroes intervening in global crises. In Sam's case, he's seen both as a symbol of hope and a target of resentment, a man trying to bridge a gap in a world that no longer has the patience for symbols. But despite these struggles, Sam is determined to honor Steve's legacy and use the shield to fight for a better future, even as he navigates treacherous waters filled with complex alliances and underlying distrust. As Sam steps into his role, the audience is given a look at the politics surrounding his position. Governments and world organizations attempt to use Sam as a pawn for their own agendas. He's pressured to follow their orders, to stand for their causes, even if they contradict his morals. The political weight around the shield becomes palpable, as the world's leaders seek to control Captain America's image, using him as a figurehead rather than an agent of true change. This struggle with politics pushes Sam into morally gray areas, as he is forced to choose between pleasing those in power and staying true to his principles. To complicate matters further, the remnants of global threats persist. Villains and mercenary groups that had gone underground during the blip are re-emerging, seizing the opportunity in the chaotic new world order. Sam finds himself caught in the middle of a storm, facing violent uprisings, crime waves, and even civil unrest. The city streets become battlegrounds as desperate citizens seek justice, and Sam realizes that wearing the shield alone isn't enough to unite a divided world. Through all this, Sam's inner struggle comes to light. He questions himself constantly, doubting if he can live up to the Captain America legacy, if he can make a difference, if he truly understands the responsibility he has taken on. By the end of this chapter, the groundwork is laid, showing a world at odds with itself, a hero struggling to be accepted, and a society teetering on the edge of collapse. Viewers are left with a sense of unease as Sam prepares to confront the challenges awaiting him, and the seeds of doubt are planted as he wonders if one man can really stand for a fractured world. As Sam tries to adapt to his new role, he begins noticing a pattern of strange and violent incidents that appear unconnected at first glance. Reports come in from different corners of the world: high-profile disappearances, attacks on international summits, targeted assassinations of influential leaders, and raids on high-security facilities. Each event seems isolated, but Sam's intuition tells him there's something connecting them, an underlying threat lurking in the shadows. Digging deeper, Sam discovers an eerie pattern in the form of a recurring symbol left behind at each crime scene, a stylized sunburst with rays spreading out. Initially dismissed as graffiti or random vandalism, the symbol repeatedly appears on walls, screens, and documents, almost as if it's taunting the authorities. With each incident, the mysterious organization calling themselves the New Dawn is making a statement. They're watching, and they're growing bolder. Determined to uncover the truth, Sam enlists the help of his allies, including a few former SHIELD agents who bring valuable intel. Together, they dig through classified files, witness testimonies, and intercepted messages, slowly piecing together the organization's tactics. Sam learns that the New Dawn isn't a typical villain group. They're a sophisticated network with an agenda that goes beyond mere chaos. They appear to have operatives in high places, people who know classified government information, allowing them to strike with precision and anonymity. As Sam and his allies investigate further, they come to realize that the New Dawn's goals aren't purely destructive. This organization claims to want a better world, but their methods are extreme and ruthless. They believe in tearing down existing governments and systems, only to rebuild them in their own vision of order. Their leader, a shadowy figure known only by the codename Vanguard, has been gathering followers who feel betrayed by the current world order. This ideological pull makes the New Dawn a more dangerous enemy. They're not just motivated by power but by a twisted sense of purpose. The suspense thickens as Sam realizes how deeply the New Dawn has infiltrated society. They're everywhere and nowhere, slipping through the cracks of a disorganized world. It dawns on Sam that the New Dawn might even have access to SHIELD technology and secret files, which could explain how they seem to stay one step ahead. For Sam, the stakes have never been higher. He's no longer dealing with just a rogue group but with an invisible force that has embedded itself into the core of society. By the end of this chapter, viewers are left on edge, knowing that Sam is up against a powerful enemy unlike any he's faced before. The narrative hints at a larger conspiracy, building suspense as Sam and his team find themselves drawn into a complex web of secrets, lies, and betrayals that could unravel the fragile peace the world is trying to build. As Sam's investigation into the New Dawn intensifies, he realizes he needs help, someone he can trust completely, someone with experience fighting in the shadows. In a pivotal moment, Sam receives a coded message, a signal only a select few would recognize. It's from Bucky Barnes, the Winter Soldier, who's been working undercover for months, gathering intelligence on dangerous organizations lurking in the post-blip world. The two reunite under tense circumstances, but their shared history and mutual respect help bridge any lingering gaps, setting the stage for a formidable partnership against this unseen enemy. Bucky, with his dark past and extensive knowledge of covert operations, provides Sam with insights into the New Dawn that even SHIELD hadn't uncovered. He explains that he's been tracking the New Dawn for a while, piecing together information on their operations and high-ranking members. Bucky reveals that the New Dawn has roots in old Hydra cells, but they've evolved into something more ideological and fanatical. The organization seeks not just power but a complete restructuring of the world's governments, one that aligns with their extreme vision of order and justice. As Sam and Bucky continue their mission, they face mounting dangers. Their investigation takes them to dangerous territories, abandoned military bases, secret hideouts, and confrontations with mercenaries who would give their lives to protect the New Dawn's secrets. During one intense mission, they run into an unexpected ally, Sharon Carter. Once a trusted agent of SHIELD, Sharon has been living off the grid since the events of the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, disillusioned with the institutions she once served. However, she's been tracking the New Dawn on her own, driven by a personal vendetta and a desire to atone for her past actions. The trio forms an uneasy alliance. Sam, Bucky, and Sharon each bring unique strengths to the team, creating a dynamic where their skills complement one another. Sharon's insider knowledge and network of contacts prove invaluable, helping them locate key figures within the New Dawn. Bucky's combat expertise and Sam's strategic thinking push them closer to their goal, but with each revelation, the scale of the New Dawn's power becomes more daunting. They learn that the organization has influence over government officials, military resources, and technology capable of causing chaos on a global scale. One night, after a narrow escape from a New Dawn ambush, Bucky confides in Sam. He admits he's haunted by his own past and worries about being drawn into another battle where trust is fragile. This vulnerability brings the two men closer, highlighting their journey from reluctant allies to trusted friends. Sharon, too, is affected, confronting the scars from her betrayal of SHIELD and seeking redemption through their mission. In a final twist for this chapter, the team discovers that the leader of the New Dawn, known as Vanguard, is someone they once fought alongside in the past, someone they trusted. This revelation shakes them all to the core, deepening the mystery and setting the stage for the emotional and psychological battles that lie ahead. Viewers are left captivated, sensing the intensity and complexity of the relationships and the dangers that await as Sam, Bucky, and Sharon prepare to confront a familiar face hiding behind the New Dawn's curtain. As Sam, Bucky, and Sharon edge closer to unraveling the New Dawn's secrets, they begin to realize just how embedded the organization is within society's power structures. Their suspicions grow as they face increased resistance, with their every move seemingly anticipated by the enemy. Government officials, tech companies, and even military figures appear complicit, leaving the team to wonder, how deep does the New Dawn's influence truly run? And worse, could there be a traitor within their own ranks? Tensions rise when Sam receives intelligence indicating a possible leak within their team. This information implies that someone close to him, someone with access to their operations, is feeding intel to the New Dawn. It's a gut-wrenching revelation, and Sam is forced to confront the possibility that one of his trusted allies could be working for the enemy. With every interaction clouded by suspicion, the team's unity begins to unravel, and trust becomes a luxury they can't afford. As the team investigates, a tragic event shakes them to the core. During a raid on a suspected New Dawn hideout, a close contact they've been working with is ambushed and killed. Evidence suggests this location was compromised from within, confirming that their suspicions were correct. A traitor is indeed among them. This loss hits Sam especially hard, as he feels responsible for those he leads. Bucky, however, advises him to push forward, reminding him that doubt and guilt could cripple them in a time of crisis. But Sam's resolve is tested as he realizes he may need to confront the person he's come to rely on the most. The suspense thickens as the team splits up to follow leads, each one suspecting the other. Bucky, haunted by his past betrayals under Hydra, becomes withdrawn, and Sharon seems increasingly secretive, withholding information she claims is for their own good. Sam is left questioning everyone's motives, wondering if even Bucky or Sharon could have been swayed by the New Dawn's ideals, or if they're each battling demons from their past that could cloud their judgment. Finally, the truth emerges in a shocking confrontation. Sam discovers that a lesser-known ally within their circle, a former SHIELD operative who had been assisting them with tech and intel, has been the one betraying them. This operative reveals they joined the New Dawn, believing in its vision for a new world order and convinced that Sam, as Captain America, is merely upholding a corrupt system. They view Sam's faith in institutions as naive and believe that by aiding the New Dawn, they're contributing to a greater cause. In a tense, emotional showdown, Sam tries to reason with the traitor, arguing that real change requires unity, not destruction. But the traitor is unmoved, convinced that the New Dawn's ideology is the path to true freedom. As they make their escape, they drop a bombshell revelation. The New Dawn has already initiated the final phase of their plan. Multiple attacks on major cities are set to take place within hours. With the fate of millions hanging in the balance, Sam is left with an impossible choice. Does he pursue the traitor and risk losing valuable time, or does he regroup with Bucky and Sharon to prevent the impending catastrophe? The chapter ends with Sam rallying his allies, despite the shattered trust between them. Determined to stop the New Dawn's plan and save innocent lives, he puts aside his doubts and sets a course for a climactic confrontation. The team is battered and divided, but they know they must pull together if they have any hope of defeating an enemy that seems to know their every move. Viewers are gripped by the tension, knowing that each of the heroes will have to confront their own personal battles, and the looming shadow of betrayal, before facing the New Dawn's final, devastating strike. In the climactic chapter, Sam, Bucky, and Sharon race against the clock to thwart the New Dawn's final plan. As they arrive at the organization's hidden base, they find it fortified with advanced security and heavily guarded. This is no ordinary hideout, it's a command center designed to execute their ultimate plan, the Dawnfall Protocol. The team learns that the New Dawn has rigged key cities around the world with explosive devices and plans to set off coordinated attacks that will topple governments, intending to incite mass panic and chaos. This cleansing is meant to pave the way for their twisted vision of a brave new world. The team strategizes their assault, knowing this mission will push them to their limits. Tension is high, and each of them faces their own fears and regrets before launching the attack. Sam reflects on what it truly means to be Captain America. He grapples with the moral weight of his choices, recognizing that being a hero isn't just about carrying the shield, it's about making impossible decisions for the greater good. Bucky is haunted by memories of his past as the Winter Soldier, unsure if he'll ever fully escape that darkness, and Sharon, too, faces her inner battle, questioning if she can truly redeem herself after all she's done. The attack on the New Dawn's base begins with coordinated stealth, but things quickly escalate as they confront Vanguard, the group's enigmatic leader. Vanguard, revealed to be a disillusioned former hero with a powerful following, tries to persuade Sam to join their cause. They argue that true change is only possible through dismantling society's systems by force, claiming that symbols like Captain America only serve to uphold a flawed world order. Vanguard insists that the New Dawn's actions, while extreme, are the only path to real justice and freedom. In an intense verbal clash, Sam challenges Vanguard's ideals, arguing that tearing the world apart isn't the answer. Sam stands his ground, voicing his belief in rebuilding and uniting people, rather than leading them through fear. This ideological showdown serves as the heart of the chapter, with Sam refusing to be swayed by Vanguard's vision, showing he's not just carrying on Steve's legacy but defining his own path. The confrontation reaches a fever pitch as the team engages in a fierce battle with Vanguard's elite soldiers. Explosions and gunfire echo through the base, and each hero faces grueling combat. In a desperate act, Bucky manages to disable the control systems, stalling the launch of the Dawnfall protocol. Sharon, meanwhile, faces down some of the organization's top operatives, proving her loyalty to Sam and finally redeeming herself through her bravery. As Sam goes head-to-head with Vanguard in a brutal, hand-to-hand fight, the stakes couldn't be higher. Vanguard tries to turn Sam's doubts against him, taunting him and insisting that the world will always view him as an imposter, Captain America. But Sam, embodying the strength of his convictions, refuses to give in. With a final surge of determination, he manages to defeat Vanguard, symbolizing his victory not just over his enemy, but over his own insecurities. With Vanguard defeated, Sam, Bucky, and Sharon rush to disarm the last of the devices, narrowly averting the crisis. Exhausted but triumphant, they leave the base as the police arrive to secure the remaining members of the New Dawn. In the aftermath, Sam addresses the public, urging unity and resilience, standing tall as a symbol of hope and strength. His journey has transformed him. He is not just a man with a shield but a leader with a vision for a better future. As the chapter concludes, viewers are left with a powerful reminder of what it truly means to be a hero. Sam has proven himself as Captain America, forging a path that honors the past while embracing the future. The closing scenes show him walking away from the wreckage, determined and resolute, knowing that he has earned the right to carry the shield, not by following in Steve's footsteps, but by creating his own legacy in a world that desperately needs heroes.